Here is Gabriel Brown or Black Griffin flirting with a 14-year-old child, having extended conversations calling her baby, babelet, and referring to leaving things in her house and even living there for a time. They both refer to him playfully as her ex-hubby. He'll also talk about him wanting to move back in. He was 20, she was 14. She eventually went on to make a new account and delete the old one due to an upsetting circumstance. It's unclear what circumstance this was, but based on testimony of prior self-identified victims, I can hazard a guess. This is all still available on his DeviantArt.
Gabriel Brown, you gotta control yourself. Hey everyone, get ready for another graceful video right now on Wednesday. BlackGryph0n's is a topic I've covered exhaustively on this channel because he's just so goddamn weird. I'm sorry. Like, I'm cautious to call him a groomer because, you know, that's very difficult to get into. However, please go watch my first video on him. I was blown away at how dodgy he was. My god. Since then, I made a second video where I covered another ledger coming out and calling him a predator. However, in all due respect, there wasn't much weight behind that allegation because there wasn't much evidence. But now, today, there was a new breakthrough in evidence in a, okay, get this, in a DeviantArt comment section archive from the year 2010. Yeah, this is really old. The reason why I want to cover this is because this is some dodgy stuff. Users found conversations with BlackGryph0n and a 14-year-old fan in a public comment section, and he was saying weird stuff like, "Hey babe," "Hey baby," or "Hello babelet," whatever. But I think the most concerning part in all of this is what a 14-year-old fan said outright, "I am deeply in love with you." And he just carried on talking with her like nothing happened. Let me show what I mean. So once again, we're coming back to Brony Fandont. This person's a bit iffy, but you know, they do publish a lot of evidence. You know, sometimes they are reliable. And they said, or they made like a retweet from another person, or I guess they found it. They found like the Wayback Machine website, holy fuck. And they said first, here's an example of BlackGryph0n flirting with a 14-year-old girl, calling her baby and honey. He was 20 at the time, and he clearly knows her age by the comments. What is this? What does "did you get rid of my stuff yet" mean? Get rid of what exactly? Okay, so this is the person, the 14-year-old girl, saying, called Ya Jija. I think she's Asian because go to her bio, this is it, and he says, been to Africa and currently living in China. She might be Chinese. But above that, 14 turning 15. And these conversations took place in 2010. Holy fuck. So there's two weird things in here. Number one, they seem to reference between this girl and BlackGryph0n that he stayed with her at some point. Like, first, you know, I'll read the conversation, but before that, first, I want to show you the real weird part behind this. Because in the previous allegation, it was a fan talking with BlackGryph0n, and it was friendly. Like, as much as people want to call him a groomer, in that allegation, he seemed alright. But in this one, holy fuck, it just seems so dodgy. Look, here it is. I'll read this one first, because, you know, this one was in July, and the one above it was in August, you know. So if I said you keep it chronological, I'll start with this one. "Hey hon, yeah, it was a lot of fun, but my hands are so painful now from holding on so I wouldn't fall off the boat. Yeah, I think I saw that in the water park. But somehow, it was out of service. But it took a lot of convincing for me to go down the 9-degree slide. It was fun, but very scary. I don't think I've ever seen one, but it'd be cool if I did. And yes, I did tell my friend that my beloved ex-hubby said hi." Now, some people say, like, you know, this ex-hubby is himself. I'm not gonna let's check, you know, that's not much evidence, but this part's very weird. Ex-hubby, whatever. God, this part, holy fuck. 1, 2, 3. God, I just realized I'm still very deeply in love with you. Okay, you know, a very funny moment, you know, that's very unique. Did BlackGryph0n A, you know, say like, hey, don't say, you know, that's very uncomfortable? Did he say B, you know, "Oh, I love you too," or C, fucking whatever? Okay, he didn't say, you know, "I love you too" outright, but this next part, I can't, you know, make a defense for it. He just said, "Me too." I have no idea, you know, what other part you're saying "me too" for. This segment, or this fucking last sentence. I have no idea. But if he was saying "me too," as in like, you know, "I love you too, I'm deeply in love with you," fucking hell. I have already gotten the paper signed for your cat. I think she's on her last life anyway. If you have me back, I would love to move back in. It just has to be after Tuesday night. Holy fuck. You know, once again, I'm not gonna call him a groomer, because if I did, I might get sued. I definitely wouldn't, but whatever. However, this part, I can't make like a single good argument against it. I can't make a single good argument for it, because why would you see a fan say, "I'm in deeply love with you," and you respond with "me too"? holy fuck. Like, this guy's been angry at people before for, calling him a groomer. However, when you have stuff like this, in a DeviantArt comment section from 2010, yeah, how can you blame us? Holy fuck. I would say, from the impression I got from this, I don't think, he was living with, as like a girlfriend or boyfriend. I'm not gonna allege that. However, I do feel like Gabriel, is friends with the parents of this girl. So, before in the past he went to China, where she lived, and he stayed there for a week, for holiday or for whatever. I think that's the impression. Because how would a 14-year-old, 15-year-old girl live in China by herself and let her 20-year-old boyfriend or whatever come stay with her? It just makes no sense. So you have this stuff, but now to go back to the beginning, now you have the context. Let's read this stuff, more precise. And also, this stuff was the opening. However, it's way more tame because they mostly talk about, how she's getting on in high school, and that's it. Not that interesting. How, this language here is also a bit weird by itself, saying, hey baby, hey, hello babelet. Because I'll read the first couple of ones from this first image saying, hey hon, X, how are you? You haven't replied for me forever and I miss you so much. But this emoji, whatever you call it, was so fucking quirky in 2010. School started for a week and we have tons of homework already. Hey baby. Yeah, I guess it has been a while. Things are getting kind of hectic around here as my band is preparing for an upcoming tour. Lots of songs to rehearse. Now the school is in, I've noticed that there is no one on DA. It's crazy. I feel like I'm in an abandoned clubhouse or something. So how is school? Having fun yet? Or are you ready for next summer already? And he said, what was it? Hey, yes I know. I was waiting for your reply every day like a lovesick girl. There's so many signs, at least in the previous one, there were so many, small parts or bizarre signs to make a person be like, okay, step back a second, you fucking weird fan. But with Gabe, even after this part, lovesick girl, and I'm in deeply love with you, he still carried on talking with her. I have no idea why, but whatever. Oh, that's awesome. I wish I could go to your performances. Haha, yeah, it's not exactly busy, but we have homework already. Gah, don't feel abandoned. I still love you. School is okay. I'm planning to join the high school musical. We have a meeting tomorrow. There's also this choir convention thing going on that we're going to travel to Beijing and Amsterdam. The auditions haven't started yet. Whatever. Hello, babelet. I'll read this as well. Hello, babelet. So I've been really busy, but I found time. So by High School Musical, do you mean the actual Disney High School Musical, or it's a musical you're doing in high school? If that is true, what musical is it? Question mark. I used to do plays a while back. I don't know if you ever heard of off Broadway, but I was in a Sondheim play, whatever. And the second one, to wrap it up, this was the part where, very bizarre, saying, hey, did you get rid of my stuff? Here we go. Hey baby, how you doing? Well, I just want to talk to you. Ha. Hey baby. Not a people reference. Okay. Okay. We're almost ready for the tour. We leave September 2nd for Mississippi. Don't know where we're going from there. So it has been like forever since I've seen you. Did you get rid of my stuff yet? How's school? Any new friends? Hey baby. No, lol. Oh well, I wish you luck with the tour. XD. But then you'll be replying me less. I haven't gotten rid of any of your stuff. They're still where you left them. Winky face. Fucking pixel emoji. Okay, I'll stop here, this part's about school. But fuck this person's school, I don't care that much at all, honestly. Okay, in my professional opinion as a big commentary channel, I think what's going on is that Gabe knows this girl's parents and he will occasionally visit them in China or wherever, and he will leave some stuff there. Why did he bring so many stuff, that they're still there at the house? I have no idea. I'm not gonna call him a groomer just yet, from that small tidbit of information, because that would get me in legal trouble. However, it's very weird. I mean, that part is bizarre, but it's like a different unknown story. I have no idea what's going on. What I do know what's going on is that this girl told him outright that I love you, and he still kept talking with her. Holy fuck. Nowadays, if any big person like Kai Sena, I'm not gonna slander his name, whatever, but if Kai Sena, had this and a 14-year-old retard fan was like, I love you, and he kept on talking with them, he would get cancer. He would be fucking skinned alive, from that day forward. But I guess this guy, Gabriel, just found solace in a DeviantArt comment section back in 2010. Good for him, whatever. But yeah, to read some replies real quick, there was this one, I already read it, but also there's the last one. I have no idea what it means, but for the sake of the story, I'll read it. She eventually went on to make a new account and delete the old one due to an upsetting circumstance. It's unclear what circumstances was, but based on testimony of prior self-identified victims, I can hazard a guess. This is all available on DeviantArt. Sophie. is this? Told, okay, so you feel much better now, getting a new clean start and everything, yes. Haha, you can put it that way, smiley face. Did you make the avatar? No, not enough artists to do that. I really like it though. Blank did it for a birthday present and then turned into an avatar. She was way too kind, but appreciate it though. I guess, they did the account, whatever. And it's the last one, just a comment I read before. I haven't got rid of your stuff. Jesus. And apart from that, yeah, nothing else, I think there's like a new tweet already, back in midnight, I think. Yeah, midnight. Only has three comments already. 3 replies, I mean. Fucking hell. But honestly, in my opinion, this stuff might go further. I mean, with the stuff already about Gabriel Brown, this story, this drama hasn't picked up, massively. However, this small, new evidence that was unscathed, yeah, it could go far, in my opinion. In my opinion, as a BlackGryph0n archivist, on this channel, is what I believe. I wish I should realize as well, this person that was retweeted, they have their own replies. So I'm gonna read this actually, give me a second. Let's say, I would love to know, at what point is this enough? How many times do you need? One was one too many times for me. I mean, I agree. With that Sophie stuff, before he married his before wife, that stuff in Twitter was very weird. But even this part, very questionable. I can't believe I let him and his buddies gaslight me for however short a time. I was unreasonable person. That I was crazy. 5 years ahead of the curve, maybe. So I guess this person, Sophie Scruggs, is a big archivist of a BlackGryph0n. Like, they really want to expose him, I believe. Wait, the name is... What's the name? Sorry, give me a second. Sophie Scruggs, I believe Destiny, pass it on. Okay, that Destiny allegation is very questionable, but if that's a username, believe them, whatever. I mean, that's probably, from all the allegations I saw so far, all 3 of them, Sophie, Destiny, and, the one from 2 weeks ago, the Destiny ones, seemed the most bizarre, because there was, like, no evidence behind them, but whatever. And carried on saying, the way I was thinking the same thing, you put whatever. And they said, from the person who found this, it makes me sad reading the girl's page. She deleted her account less than a year later and started a new one because she was upset about something that happened on her first account. Like, well, I have no idea, if it was due to Gabe or BlackGryph0n, whatever, but, I can't really make an idea from that. Jesus, see? For those in denial, this paints an even clearer image of what was going through his mind when he commented on that one Insta post Claire had. Nobody, yeah, that was her name, his wife's name before they, when they were talking on Twitter when she was younger, Claire, forgive me. Nobody can deny and act like, at the point he had a wholesome intention, and it shows. It's all, in my mind, way too examples of had to be hand waved away as a misunderstanding of, or one poor decision, is a pattern spanning 15 years of his new revelation. I mean, to be honest, I agree, because this guy, BlackGryph0n, you can go over like his public tweets and find very questionable stuff with Claire, and even this, like even past Twitter, on DeviantArt, he has some weird behavior. Holy fuck. With any other person, if it was like a big streamer, they would be fucking dead, buried, boiled alive, all that stuff. But it's this guy, I don't watch fucking My Little Pony, surprise, but it's this guy, he's so well beloved that, they can be, as I said, hand waved away. They don't care. I'm not even kidding. Like, there was one point in my comment section where they were like, okay, well, I don't believe this stuff because I love Gabe and I want to defend him. Like, this community might have like some really dumb fans, to like, ignore this stuff, because otherwise, for any community, they will, fucking like expel the person from this, because it just looks that bad. Alright, that's enough BlackGryph0n for today. My god. If I have to be entirely honest, this drama is so bizarre because of how ancient it is. Like, we're using tenured evidence to back this up. I'm not saying that's invalid proof, but like, it's just that old. Holy fuck. And the fact that it wasn't lamented before as being weird science, it's just so mind-boggling to me. Like, I'm not even kidding. Nowadays, if an older person didn't disassociate right away from a young fan saying that they loved them, they would be fucking cancelled to the ground immediately. I guess this stuff is so old, it's only today that we're talking about it. So, yeah, whatever. But yeah, in summary, I can't say anything definitively about the living situation, because I have no idea about that. However, I will say that the way that BlackGryph0n interacted with his fan, this infatuated fan, was very weird. Very, very weird. Like, I'm not even kidding. Holy shit.